I hope you guys are having a good day. Welcome to drboystv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and today I want to talk to you guys about something that's a little bit different, but I think it's important for intelligent Black people to understand this. I just read a really good article about how to maintain your brain, how to keep it strong, how to keep from losing your memory and losing your brain as you get older. So what I'm going to do is not take a lot of your time, but I'm going to change your life. I'm going to share with you how to be an intelligent Black person and how to maintain that in your old age. So get comfortable, buckle up a seatbelt. We're going to get started on drboystv.com right now.
Here we are, clan the isms, cataclysm, great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here doing it, but we the ones too late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to cosign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, triple 10. 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on Dr. Boyce TV. Here we are.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to drboystv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I'm here to not take a lot of your time because I'm about to go to bed pretty soon. But I want to say hi to everybody. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you have not done it yet. And I see, let's see here. Justin says, I just joined the Prime class. Well, let me tell you, Justin, the Prime class is going to change your life. That is a program that is designed to teach you how to generate consistent income by selling stock options. And there's a lot of other bonuses that go with it. Financial therapy, a lot of really good stuff. Anybody who wants to join us can actually go to drboyceprime.com. And you could try it out. I'll put the URL on the screen for anybody else that wants to join us. I guarantee you that you're going to love the Prime class, and everything in the Black Business School comes with a 30-day, 100% money back guarantee. So if you're not happy for any reason, we will definitely give you a refund, hassle-free. All right, so shout out your city. Let me know what city you're from. Also, hit that thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe before before we get started. And let me just jump into this. I just read this article by a guy named, by a PhD. His name is Mark Milstein. Dr. Mark Milstein wrote an article. Basically, the title of the article is The Number One Thing That Sets Super Agers Apart from People with Weak Memory Skills. And what he does is he basically talks about how to maintain your brain and your memory as you get older. Now, give me a yes in the chat if you have seen anybody in your family lose their mind. I had a grandmother who struggled with Alzheimer's, and it was very sad to see. It really broke my heart. It just really just made me sad to watch it happen. And by the time my grandmother was gone, she wasn't able to remember the names of her kids. She didn't know her grandkids. Every time we told her that her daughter died, she would literally go through it all over again. It was really terrible to watch. And I don't know if anybody else has ever gone through that, watching a loved one's brain kind of deteriorate as they get older. I mean, it's life, things happen. But one of the things I can tell you is this. A lot of us have sick relatives. A lot of us have loved ones who go through it, whether it's heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, or whatever. But one of the things I want to encourage you to consider is that when you're talking about Black people, we can do better. There's always things you can do that can slow down that process. So for example, everybody that I see in my family would have diabetes or heart disease or something like that. And then, or they would get older and they would just get fatter. They would just gain weight. And then I started hanging around people that would go running, and they would run until old age. And you would see that their bodies didn't do what my relatives' bodies did. I noticed that there would be 75-year-olds who can run around like 40-year-olds. And that's because they made a conscious effort to maintain what they had. Give me a yes in the chat if you understand what I'm saying, right? So investing isn't just about your money. Investing is about everything that is of value to you. Anything that's of value to you, some of those things are so valuable that they're more valuable than money. Right? Money is important. Money is valuable, but some things are more valuable than money. So let me just kind of hop in and share this with you. I want to share it with you because, my tribe is intelligent Black people. Y'all are my people. You ain't got to be intelligent. You just got to value intelligence. And I read this article because I'm always thinking about how to protect my brain as I get older and as I live my life, and I want to be sharp. And also, I think consciousness involves being thoughtful about what you put into your mind. Like a lot of y'all don't even know that actually Black people consume more entertainment than most people. Did y'all know that? How many of y'all knew that? Black people consume more entertainment than any other group of people. Well, you know what they say? The brain scientists will tell you that entertainment disrupts your frontal cortex in your brain, your prefrontal cortex, which gives you higher level thinking skill, your ability to have higher level conversations. That gets disrupted by entertainment because it's basically lazy thinking. So you can't sit in front of the TV all day and expect your brain to be strong. That's like me eating potato chips every day and expecting my body to be fit. That just ain't going to work. So anyway, as I move forward, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. I saw one of you in the chat. Some of you are in the Prime program, and you actually were talking about how it changed your life. If you are and you feel that way, tell people, because I'd love for everybody to give it a try. So feel free to go to drboyceprime.com. We're going to have a meeting very soon. And also the other thought that came to mind. Oh, somebody asked about my Indiana shirt. Yeah, I went to Indiana University a long time ago. I taught finance at Indiana University. And while I was there, I met my beautiful wife actually on that campus. And when we go back, we have pilgrimages at Indiana University because that place means a lot to me, because that's where I met my beautiful Black queen, and it's changed my life forever. So there you go. That's my Indiana University story. But let me dig into this. So this article says that there's basically a group of people they call super agers. These are people in their 80s and beyond who have the mental dexterity of people that are much younger than them. So neuroscience researchers like this guy, Dr. Mark Milstein, who seems like a smart white dude, he wrote this article on CNBC, and he says that he wrote a book called The Age-Proof Brain. The Age-Proof Brain. He said that he found that it's your behavior, not your genetics, that determines what your brain is going to do when you get older. It's your behavior. It's, are you working out your brain like a muscle? So what they did was they looked at these super agers and they said, what makes them different from everybody else? What sets them apart? So here's what they found. They found that that if you have more years of education, any kind of education, you ain't got to go to school to get an education. Okay, give me a yes if you understand that. You ain't got to go to school to get an education. But if you have more years of education, you have more active frontal lobes. The frontal lobe in your brain is what separates you from an animal. So they said that activity with the frontal lobe is what is associated with memory. So he also says that higher education isn't the only way to maintain memory. In another study, even if individuals had lower levels of education, if they attended lectures, read books, wrote things, and would read often, they had the memory scores that were on par with people who had a lot of education. That makes sense, because I told you guys, look, I've been a college professor for a long time, since the 90s, and I can tell you there are a million ways to get an education that don't involve going to school. In fact, I know a whole lot of highly educated idiots. I know a whole lot of people that got advanced degrees, letters behind their name, everything else, but can't think their way out of a paper bag. So do not think that going to school is a guarantee of education. Going to school is a proxy for being educated. Again, give me a yes in the chat to let me know you can hear me. Give me a yes in the chat to let me know you're following what I'm saying here. All right. So he says, which types of learning are best for brain health? He says, keeping your brain healthy is not just about crossword puzzles and Wordle and all that. What does make significantly new connections in the brain is learning new skills and information. And the process should be challenging. Super agers, he says, super agers, the smart old people, they embrace and even crave the frustration of learning something new. They love learning. This is fascinating. They said that your brain, if you want your brain to be healthy, you should cross-train your brain. They even give like a sample template. I'm about to give y'all this game, and this is going to change you. If you apply this is going to affect your life for the next 40, 50 years. I don't know how old you are, but y'all should listen to this. He said, approach learning the way you would with fitness in the gym. He said, you wouldn't go to the gym and only work out with your forearms. He said, eventually you'd look like Popeye. If you go to the gym, you work out different parts of your body. You cross-train your body. So he says the same way you cross-train your body, you should cross-train your brain. And as a result, when you get older, your brain will be more agile than it was when you were young. Here's what he says. This is an example. He says, day one, learn something mentally stimulating, such as listening to a podcast or taking an online course. Well, I've got a podcast for intelligent Black people. You're certainly welcome to be here, but there are other podcasts out there as well. Also, we've got online courses at the Black Business School. So how about that? Feel free to take a look at the Black Business School. Number two, Do something that requires learning through movement, such as a new sport, dance, or yoga. So that hand-eye coordination required for you to learn a new dance. And anybody ever notice that, like, as you get older, it's harder to learn new dances, or it's harder to learn new stuff? Like, I challenged myself to learn how to play a video game, Call of Duty, because I wanted to connect to our son, our oldest son. I saw that that's what he loved, so I wanted to jump in there with him. And it took me a while. I didn't pick it up as quick as I would have when I was 25 years old. But eventually I got it. And once I got it, shoot, I'm in there. I'm better than him now. But it takes time, right? Or now, one of the new things I'm doing is I'm getting my pilot's license. I'm actually documenting some of that, letting you guys know about that journey, right? And then next year, my wife and I are going to actually learn another language. I think we're going to pick Spanish. So ultimately, picking a new skill to learn every year is a great way for you to grow. So he says, day one, do something like listening to podcasts or take an online course. Day two, do something like a new sport, dance, or yoga. Day three, he said, be social. Grab coffee with a friend or go to a dinner party. He says social interaction is a form of learning that has been associated with staving off dementia. That literally just interacting with other people and having what they call social intelligence is another way to stave off dementia. So here's the deal. Has anybody ever seen? Give me a yes in the chat if you've ever seen, or a no, if you've ever seen somebody that had dementia. Have you ever seen how sad that is to watch? You ever seen a person with dementia? Give me a yes or no in the chat. Answer that. As you hit the thumbs up button, as you subscribe, and as you hit the notification bell, give me a yes in the chat if you've ever watched somebody deteriorate with dementia and how terrible it is. I want you to think about how terrible that is. How it's horrible to watch. It's horrible. Now, as you're thinking about how terrible that was, are you thinking about how terrible it was? I want you to really process that. Think about who that person, if it was your grandma, your parent, your friend, somebody you saw on TV. Think about that. And then I want you to imagine that that person was you. Because you're going to be that person's age. I don't care how old you are. Everybody gets old. I don't care if you're a 5-year-old in here watching this. One day you're going to get old. And then I want you to imagine that being you. And imagine other people having to remind you how to find your house, or reminding you who your children are, or reminding you what your name is, reminding you how to brush your teeth, all those things, right? That's terrible. So in my book, what I'm encouraging you to do, what I'm just asking you to do, I always talk to you guys about making investments. We've talked about Black Friday, and I've asked you, make investments over Black Friday. Buy your children some shares of stock. Buy yourself something that's going to last. Don't just buy the toys. Don't just buy the big screens. Don't just buy the fun stuff. Buy the healthy stuff too. The same thing is true with your brain. The same way we talk about being healthy about what we put into our financial systems, our financial situation, into our bank account, the same way we have to be healthy about what we put into our body in terms of food. Well, you also have to be healthy in terms of what you put into your mind and your spirit, in terms of what the types of thoughts you process, the types of information that you consume, right? A lot of that is designed to harm you. And I really encourage you to seek out things that are going to make you mentally strong and keep you intelligent for as long as possible. You can prevent a lot of these things. A lot of things that happen to Black people are very preventable. A lot of things that people got mad at me because I wasn't scared to death when the whole pandemic happened. When I didn't look at COVID as a death sentence, I just looked at it as something you had to be careful about. I wasn't against masks or anything like that and social distancing, but there were a few things I was against, but I didn't think of it as a death sentence. And the reason was because there are so many things that kill Black people every year, hundreds of thousands of us, that are entirely preventable. And part of being an empowered Black person and being an intelligent Black person means confronting those things in your life that are preventable. It didn't just happen to you because you were Black. It happened to you because you made certain choices. So with this particular thing, I'm sharing this article with you because I just want you to know the basic things that basically say if you challenge yourself to learn something new on a regular basis, your brain is going to be stronger and more active and more agile than if you don't challenge yourself to learn new things. Also, another thing that I do that really helps me a lot that I encourage you to try is to try to understand other people's points of view. That's something people don't do. A lot of people, if they're a Democrat, they only know how to think like Democrats. If they're a Republican, they only know how to think like Republicans. The real challenge is, can you be a Democrat who can empathize with Republicans, or can you be a Republican who can empathize with the Democrats? That'll not just make you make your brain more agile, but it'll make you a smarter, more decent person. You won't be the arrogant asshole who thinks they know everything. Nobody likes that person. Nobody likes that guy. Don't be that guy. Okay. So anyway, let me hop in. Now, I want you guys to know, you guys may or may not see this, but there's literally a fake Boyce Watkins that's in the chat, and he's asking people to follow him or to inbox him. Like Sharon Browser, he sent you a note and said, please inbox me. Talking Suckers, he says, inbox me. Valiant Forest, he says, inbox me. So he's going behind every one of you, a lot of you that are on Facebook, and he's asking you to inbox him. And so that's a chance for me to give you guys a warning. There are lots of fake Boyce Watkins pages that will try to get you to inbox them or to call them on WhatsApp, and they will try to sell you things and steal your money. Please don't let that happen to you. So be very, very careful out there. I don't want anything bad to go down for you. Okay. So anyway, with that said, I'm going to head on out. One thing I want to mention to you guys, I mentioned to you before that we have a financial therapy department in the Black Business School. Our goal in the Black Financial Therapy Department is to dig into the psychological barriers that keep us from building Black wealth. My beautiful wife, who is a licensed therapist and full professor of social work, has helped me put this together. And so we are starting to dig into this. And so we're actually going to do a Love and Money Masterclass. My wife and I are going to do this together. So if you want to learn how to blend money and relationships in a healthy way, or how money can enhance your relationships, or how your relationships can enhance your wealth, then join us for the Love and Money Masterclass. You can get a massive Black Friday discount. Just go to BoyceWatkins.com. Also, our program for children is also available as well. We have something called Black Millionaires of Tomorrow, where you can teach your child crypto, you can teach your child real estate, you can teach your child all kinds of areas of finance. So feel free to go to BoyceWatkins.com. All those links are right there on my page, on my website. So have a good night, everybody. Hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I will see you guys soon. Have a good night, and I'll check back in with you tomorrow. Have a good day. Peace.
Here we are, clan the isms, cataclysm, great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here doing it, but we the ones who late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to cosign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, 10, 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on Dr. Boyce TV. Here we are.